is Olivier Poisson, the French-Canadian, looking to take a title from another fellow Canadian.
6-0.
I talked to a couple of folks I know up there in Canada, and they are very high on Olivier Poisson.
Yeah, I heard he's very talented, very skilled in all aspects of the sport. So I'm curious to see what he brings to Ryan Hickey.
I've heard the sky is the limit was the quote I heard. So I'm interested to see what he brings to the cage tonight.
Absolutely.
And now let's change the channel back to Ryan Hickey real quick, guys. You remember he was awarded the title, not won it, when Brendan Kennedy was not able to make 135 pounds. Brendan Kennedy's still a growing man at this point. Still trying to find his weight class home per se, and was not able to make the weight. So they awarded Ryan Hickey the belt. This is his first title defense here this evening against what is a surging Canadian in Olivier Poisson. And yes, the EMTs are taking their position, so they did not transport Mr. Chaplin, at least to my knowledge.
These guys are very similar in body size and body length and stuff, so I'm curious to see how this unfolds.
And to kind of build off what Ben talked about, I wonder if Ryan feels like he needs this to kind of solidify himself.
That's what he told me. He needs to make a statement here in this fight. And Ryan Hickey is as smart as he is dangerous. This is a guy, I believe, with a PhD, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
And Ryan, I'm sorry if I misspoke there, but I know that he's a very, very highly educated man. When I spoke to him, I did an interview.
I spoke to him a few times, and he seemed very well-spoken.
Yeah, I'm doing an interview with him. We were having connectivity issues. He goes, well, sorry, the Wi-Fi here in the lab isn't very good. I'm like, the lab?
No, but that says something, though, Ben. When you got a guy who's in the lab working, like you said, a guy who puts his education in front and works hard, but is also an athlete and gets in there.
Not just an athlete in a sport where you can be hurt.
Absolutely.
Your opponent's goal is to hurt you. That to be able to be well-spoken, have a professional job, all these other things, and still want to do this, that speaks to his character.
Absolutely. Shows you how passionate he is about this.
Two fellow Canadians about to do war here. Mike Falvo enjoying the music here.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo and his stunning coat.
Our next fight on the card for Cage Wars 49 is for the Bantamweight Championship. Scheduled for three-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday at 134.2 pounds, representing H2O Mixed Martial Arts out of Quebec, Canada, Olivier Poisson. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in yesterday at 134 pounds even, representing Pathway Jiu-Jitsu out of Ottawa, Canada, Ryan Hickey.
Ryan looks a little bit bigger.
And the man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Mr. Kevin Mulhall.
Let me finish that now. He looks a little bit bigger than when we saw him last, excuse me.
Yeah, weigh-ins?
COVID. We're all bigger.
No, I mean muscle-wise.
I'm joking, man.
Well, listen, just because I got fat doesn't
we all
mean
did.
I put on the COVID-19.
Now, so one thing to notice, and now shorts don't always tell you the story, but if you notice, Olivier has Muay Thai shorts on, which means he's probably a little more comfortable striking. And as you noted, Ryan Hickey's representing Pathway Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm thinking he's going to be more comfortable in the Jiu-Jitsu element.
Absolutely.
Good feints by Hickey with the head. They're playing hand games.
Trying to feel that range out.
I hate when people grab the hand like that. Oh, I hate it.
Should grab his back and crush
It's tough,
his fingers.
man. No, I mean, it's hard, you know?
I'm sure, yeah. Nice inside kick.
Now,
nice
if you notice,
kick.
Olivier has basically been stalking Ryan. You know, not even necessarily throwing punches, but just getting him into position where he wants him against the cage.
A takedown attempt, not what I expected, to be honest, from Olivier.
Trying to wrap up that leg there.
Ryan doing a good job defending.
I would love to see Olivier, though, keep moving to his left instead of just lifting that leg up.
But Ryan is defending, of course.
Oh, absolutely. But you get those hips around, like as you know, Will, it's a lot harder to defend.
True. Ryan doing a nice job.
Great job defending it. Nice knee by Ryan.
And that's what a lot of times, athletes don't do enough of against cage. You've got to make them respect you when your back's against the cage.
Yeah, just because your back's against the cage doesn't mean you can't throw strikes. Throw those knees. Throw what you got.
Dirty box. Throw the knee.
Thanks
Stomp
for
on
the
a
shout-outs.
foot.
Yeah, use your palm to the hand.
Anything.
Strike to the face. Anything you can.
One of
Stop
our
the
old
feet.
coaches used to do that, the punch to the thigh. It doesn't hurt a ton, but it interrupts your thought and your pattern.
Absolutely.
In regards to these types of situations, I was talking to Brendan Kennedy about training, and he said, I always train the same way I fight. He goes, I understand that these are my teammates, they're like family, but I'm not going to be nice and not post up on their neck or do things like that, put my hand over their mouth, because I'm going to be doing that in the fight. So he trains the same way he fights, and I know Olivier Poisson says he is the same way.
Coming up with 1 minute left of the first round, this is a tough one to score, guys.
Yeah, it really is, because Ryan's active right now with his back against the cage. Olivia is doing a great job holding him at bay.
Well, and if we look at the scoring criteria, there wasn't a ton of striking.
Nope.
The grappling has been relatively even. I would give the cage control to Olivier.
Yep.
All right,
The
Dan.
refs are doing a great job separating the action when need be.
Kevin Mulhall, the veteran ref. We've been blessed with two of the best referees in the business here this evening, the last two cards, gentlemen.
That was a nice
I
little
agree.
right by Ryan Hickey. Another
Very
one.
nice right hand.
Ryan, after he landed that one, he points at him and then throws a left and points again.
See, Ryan Hickey's really got this mean streak about him since we saw him last, and he's got him. It looked like they may have hurt him there briefly.
Nice knee.
But Olivier's got double unders. See what he can do with it.
Right now, Hickey's doing a great job keeping his hips away. Threw a
Wow,
knee in the
good
side of the
first
mix.
round, guys. Very competitive. That's a tough round.
After those few strikes right there, that really makes that round a tough one.
And neither one of these guys seem to be sweating either.
I think Ryan really connected and made a statement in that first round at the very end.
I
He
agree.
certainly earned his respect there, I think.
Yes.
And Hickey's always been one of these guys that everyone's known for striking. It's the grappling game that everyone's, I think, questioned. But right there, he showed a couple of great strikes. And to be honest, I didn't expect a takedown attempt from Olivier right away.
No.
Was not expecting that at all.
And maybe that was part of the game plan. Maybe they were thinking Ryan wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, you might be right. Catch him off guard a little bit. But I think Olivier used a lot of his stamina in that takedown attempt that he never got.
Now, here in title fights, you're allowed 3 corners. I believe Ryan Hickey walked in with just one, his normal cornerman.
There we go, round 2, Kevin Mulhall.
Sometimes more is not better.
I was just going to say, sometimes the multiple voices yelling at you can get confusing.
I always feel like that when there's good structure in a coach's corner, it helps the athlete. The head coach talks, then he tells the other coach to talk, and continues from there. Nice
Oh,
takedown
nice.
attempt.
Looking for that double right in front of us.
Sucking in those
Sucking
hips.
that leg in.
There we go. He gets him down.
Now, good job by Ryan retaining guard.
Good takedown, though. I'm impressed with how well he sucked that in.
And how well he finished it. You talked about not finishing that before. This is a tough spot when you're up against the cage, somebody's pushing on you like that, because it's tough to create those angles and create that space.
We already know that Kevin Mulhall won't tolerate any type of stalling or lack thereof action, so.
Ryan Hickey's doing a nice job of controlling the hands of Olivier so he can't ground and pound. Nice job.
Yeah, when you do that, you tie them up like you're talking about, Will, that frustrates guys.
He's doing a very nice job. And he's not grabbing the glove, he's grabbing the wrist.
He looks like he might be trying to set up a triangle choke. He's got the right leg over the shoulder of Poisson, but Olivier able to kind of get up a little bit. He's looking to his corner, checking the time.
Ryan very comfortable on his back.
Oh, yeah.
Being inverted right now by Olivier.
And he's got both of Olivier's hands tied up, so he can't rain down the ground and pound here from a really bad position for himself. There we go. There's some short little shots from Olivier.
Looks like armbar!
That's tight.
Oh!
He rolls over. That
Oh!
made it
Wow,
worse.
that is tight.
Wow!
The hands here. Ryan Hickey looking to make that statement that he so desperately needs.
Will Ryan Hickey nice
Wow,
job
nice
with the
job.
foot.
Wow, he just moves the foot out of his face with one hand and attacks the arm
Good
with the
job
other.
by Olivier Poisson. Wow.
Kevin
Ryan
Mulhall's
Hickey.
all over the action. This is tight right here.
Look at he's putting some mustard behind this one here.
Wow.
Wow.
Great
Wow.
job by Olivier
Great
to
job
fight
by
out.
Olivier.
That was tight.
My arm would have been like 4 different pieces during that.
Oh.
Now, how much energy did Ryan Hickey exert trying to lock in that armbar? Is that going to be something that
There's not a ton of energy when you're trying to lock in an armbar like that. It's like you're trying to go for a choke or you know what I mean? Like he was in a good position. He's holding it.
Yeah, that was such great defense. I love the way he used his foot to get the hands of Ryan Hickey off him.
Yes.
A great job by Olivier right
And now
there.
Olivier's the side mount. We'll see if Ryan Hickey can retain guard.
It looks like he's trying to trap that left arm of Hickey down there. At least he was momentarily, maybe for like a crucifix position. But
Whenever you can isolate one of those arms, especially if somebody's grabbing your hands, they can't grab it if you've got that arm.
and that's been a big thing for Hickey here is to grab the hands to prevent the ground and pound from Poisson.
10 seconds. Nice tie clinch by Hickey.
And I do apologize to Olivier if I'm mispronouncing his name. I've probably pronounced it like 10 different ways during this fight.
That makes both of us.
Great round. Wow.
That was a great round.
Cornerman almost took a dive there.
This fight is going to be tough to call if it goes to the cards.
Once again, I'm glad.
On my unofficial scorecard,
Ladies and gentlemen,
I have
this
Ryan
brings
Hickey
up our
2-1.
third
2-0.
Well, I mean, you got to figure the arm bar there. I mean, I could see it that way for
I got
sure.
the second round for Hickey for sure.
Absolutely. First round, I'm giving the hit. I thought he stole it at the end of the round. Just because Olivier really didn't do a whole lot, even though he controlled it, I don't think he did enough. While Ryan Hickey, I thought, was pretty active with his back against the cage. Now, that's obviously my personal opinion.
We got one
but
of
it
our
means
young
nothing.
fans here at Cage Wars. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him in the cage someday.
We'll see a fan with an Ohio State shirt, go blue. Ryan Hickey's getting a little ice to the back of the neck. Wonder what his coaches say to him. Stay off the mat? I don't know. He's been pretty good.
He's
in all
been doing good
Yeah.
everywhere.
Fight.
Yeah, I'd say win this fight. However you got to do it.
Win it.
Find a way to win.
Don't leave it to the judges.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. Third round of the chess game.
And this has been a really good fight so far, technically.
They both do a good job working with the distance, using feints, using angles. Ryan is now taking the center of the cage, though, if you notice.
Yeah, much different from the first round.
Good job by Olivier turning that in, pushing him against the cage, looking for the takedown.
He needs to suck it in, though. Get him to his ground. Get, Ryan Hickey to the ground. Instead of just hanging there, don't hang. Get him right to the ground.
They're
Get him
both
moved.
on one leg here, as you can see. Olivier got that like triangle lock on the leg there.
But Ryan
Oh,
Hickey, with
wow, Ryan Hickey, nice job.
great job with the whizzer right there to hold him and throw him over.
Good cage work by these two gentlemen. Nice knee by Hickey. Again, he's at least dangerous when his back's on the cage.
Yeah,
He makes
he's
you
working.
respect him.
Yeah, he's working. He's not allowing Olivier to just continue pushing against the cage and bring him down easily.
You look at Ryan Hickey too, and you think he's such a nice guy. You wouldn't expect to see this from somebody like that.
Ryan's coach looking on, giving him some instructions.
I would like to see Olivier use his forehead more
Nice.
into the face of Ryan Hickey in that position.
Nice separation by Kevin Mulhall.
Kevin Mulhall's not dealing with any of that break tonight.
I love it.
You work for 9 minutes or you don't fight.
I don't know, kick didn't really look like it had too much power behind it.
But Ryan was able to land a straight right hand in there
Yep.
as well.
And the answers with a kick as well.
Ryan is becoming more and more comfortable as this fight goes on.
Yeah, he looks focused and locked in right now in the third
He's
round.
finding his rhythm.
Absolutely.
They say, like, with Piotr Jan, like a slow starter per
sprawl.
se.
Good sprawl. If he gets off his knees and put a little more pressure on him, work from those toes.
Good job turning him up. Good job with the pressure from Olivier.
Olivier does a great job with that pressure moving
And
forward.
he was able to land what looked like a nice uppercut in the clinch.
I'd just like to see him turn that corner a little bit more and change those levels to get Ryan Hickey to the ground.
Like Tavon Thomas was earlier.
Absolutely.
Now, if you are Ryan Hickey, Will, what do you do in this situation? Oh, well, that's what
Ryan
you do,
Hickey
I guess.
jumps up there and grabs.
Well, Ryan is very adept at submission, so, I mean, he's going to be looking for a sub.
Maybe potentially a wall walk here. Just pushing off the cage with that right leg. Gives that up.
That was all Hickey giving that up by jumping up and grabbing.
He straight pull guard.
But again, if you're comfortable enough in your ground game and your ground acumen, I mean, that's part of the game.
He didn't give up too many strikes when Olivier was on top, and then he almost hits that arm bar. I'd be pretty comfortable as well.
Agreed.
Interesting round again. There really wasn't a whole lot of action in that round compared to the first two, but solid round, I think, for Hickey again.
All 3 rounds in the books, gentlemen. We'll see what the judges think of this one.
Absolutely, as they're going to render the decision right now. Will, how do you see that fight going?
I give it 2 rounds to 1 for Ryan Hickey. What about you?
I'm going to give it 3-0. I thought the first round, I could see how it's 2-1, absolutely. But I'm going to say he stole that first round at the end with those strikes.
You know, I will say by the look on Olivier's face, there's definitely some respect from him for Ryan Hickey now.
And I think when he took those shots from Ryan at the end of the first, he knew I have to get him down. But once he had him on the ground, Ryan Hickey comes through with almost that near arm bar. That was tight.
You know, Ryan Hickey's got his own war wounds, across the bridge of his nose. So it was a great fight both ways.
Absolutely. Both these guys put on a statement for the fans.
And it says something. All these athletes are coming down here from Canada for a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason. This is a great promotion, great talent.
Great casino to host the event.
The venue is beautiful.
What other amateurs really have options like this?
Not many. But there you have it. If Ryan Hickey wins it, he solidifies that title. I thought he did a great job in there. I think he just solidifies
did a great job.
Why he's the champion.
I agree.
As both athletes are showing respect to each other.
Like I said, I really feel like Olivier has a whole newfound respect for Ryan Hickey.
Yeah, 100%.
And Ryan Hickey's just a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah. So we're going to throw it up to Mike Falvo for the official decision.